Hello and welcome to Red Flags, the podcast where if you make stupid wishes, you win stupid parallel universes. We are your hosts, Dave, Al, and Opie. And today we're talking about 2023's It's a Wonderful Knife.
So you said 2023. I didn't know it was that recent, but it makes sense.
This was the big one last year, I think.
I noticed that I say like, but, and then I wait, and then I say something stupid.
Isn't that anything after you say but is usually stupid?
I try not to listen to the podcast because I don't like my own voice, but like sometimes, I said it again.
But some people.
But I don't know if you've ever watched How I Met Your Mother. There's an episode where Robin, there's like a drinking game where Robin says, but and every time she says that, everyone has to drink. And then she catches on to it. So then she's like, and if there's any college kids out there, Oh,
that's nice. Anyway, so what'd you think? It's a Wonderful Knife. Do you guys know the original It's a Wonderful Life?
Okay, so that was damn it, I do that every time. Okay, but yes, I have seen it, but not in a long time. And I'm going to be honest, when I first started this movie, I was very concerned that it was going to have nothing to do with It's a Wonderful Life.
That was a concern of yours?
Yeah, because I was like, if you're going to call a movie It's a Wonderful Knife, it better be like, it should at least pay homage to the original somehow. Yeah. And then, of course, it did.
Yeah, it's pretty much that movie.
Yeah, some people were asking me, like, what is it about? And I was like, have you seen It's a Wonderful Life? It's that with murder.
Pretty much.
And what did you think of Justin Long and his fake teeth?
That's good. I think I like Justin Long. I don't know.
Yeah. What did you think, Dave?
I don't mind him.
Of this whole movie.
Did you see the It's a Wonderful Life? That one is from
years ago.
46.
Yeah. Is that with Jimmy Stewart?
Yeah. And everybody loves to do their Jimmy and Stewart impression.
I remember talking to you about this when we were at Dad's house, and you had never seen It's a Wonderful Life.
Correct. I've never seen it.
You still haven't.
And it's old shit.
It's old shit. Yeah, so is fucking Frankenstein.
Yeah, but I never watched those old Christmas movies.
When did Frankenstein come out? When did King Kong come out?
I don't know.
30s, bitch.
Yeah, 30. But I'm still saying, like, we watched, A Christmas Story.
That's not that old.
That's what I'm saying. I watched newer Christmas
King Kong
movies,
could count as horror. We've talked about that, like creature features.
It's a monster movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Has anybody watched Godzilla -1?
I haven't seen any Godzilla movies except for the one.
I haven't seen that one yet.
I heard it's super.
It's supposed to be really good.
Yeah.
The only Godzilla movie I've seen is the one from 1999.
It's subtitled. It's an actual straight Japanese movie.
Right. And that's what has kept me from it, because if it's got subtitles, it's going to require my attention.
Oh, come on. What is it with you two?
You got to read. You got to fucking read the shit.
A lot of times.
It depends on how they come across. If it's short little clips that you can read quick, the ones I can't stand are when they put a paragraph on the screen for half a second and then another paragraph, and then so you're trying to skim. I'd rather just read a book.
Yeah,
it'd just be easier.
It's hard
because I can take my time
reading that quick.
I watch subtitles with just regular ass TV.
I can once I get in the groove, but
as long as you're hearing.
Yeah, a lot of times for subtitles, if it's just regular like English word, English audio, and then the subtitles.
Yeah, that's different.
A lot of it is like, in case I didn't catch what they said, I can just quickly look down.
Yeah, but that's completely different. It's in a different language that you don't know. It's
maybe
tough
you
for
need
me.
a smaller TV.
I can't read real fast.
Maybe you need a smaller TV.
No, I need a bigger TV.
No, because then you have to like physically move your head up and down to read the subtitles. A lot of
the problem is my glasses are really bad. My eyes are terrible.
Anyway.
It's a Wonderful Knife. When I first, I did it again. When I first I don't know who suggested it. Was it Dave?
Kind of. I thought it sounded funny.
Okay.
And Opie said that it was one of the bigger movies that
Yeah.
were coming out, and it had pretty good reviews.
We have a couple followers, listeners that like will talk to me after they watch the movie that we suggest.
Yeah.
They were not happy with this one.
Really? I
I didn't think it was that bad.
lots of people didn't like this. I don't know.
There was some stuff I didn't really understand.
I came
Okay,
away
talk-
thinking it was pretty good though.
Tell what are the things that you didn't understand?
Like, why the father decided to be the killer in that one.
He was kind of manipulated, I think.
Yeah, I think.
But
he's a
how are
little
all
bitch.
these people under
It's also
that
a different-
insane spell?
Yeah, that was weird.
So,
But I mean,
here's
all
my
of them are
theory
like
on
that.
that is, I'll be honest with you, I don't watch the news, but I think that is, I got like a politician-y vibe. from
Yeah.
that. Of like, we all know this guy does wrong shit,
Yeah.
But these people
We're all
were in like
okay.
a trance.
Which you
And
didn't
then
like
he
when he got
dies-
killed and they like literally
Snapped
snapped
out
out
of
of
it,
it. I was like, ah.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. That's
Yeah.
what really brought it down for me.
because they didn't explain that at all.
Because if there was at least some form of a chemical or something he was using, that would be a little different. But I
thought-
didn't see anything.
I thought it would be like a fear-based thing, like they were afraid to cross him.
that's like a
You know?
politician.
Yep.
But then
Yeah.
they literally like
Zombies.
he died and they like shook their heads and like snapped out of it and then they were like, "What the fuck?" If they wouldn't have done that, I think it would have been better.
I think so too.
Um,
We got a starting rating.
I want to give it a 7.5 because I think it was a good horror movie. It was just a standard horror movie. I honestly kind of, it missed me on some things, but I'm going to give it credit
I-
for those things. Anyway.
Do I usually go high on most of these things?
I don't really know.
Am I the one who's usually like up higher and you?
You have an average score of 7.3.
Well, guess what? This one's getting a 6 for me to start
Oh, damn.
because it was not a good horror movie. Like, I didn't hate it, but I spent a lot of time being like, ugh, really?
I like
Nah.
the concept of the fact that with her not around and actually killing him in the beginning, like, you know, the town was kind of in havoc. He owned everything. That concept is okay. That was fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
But
Why the Aurora Borealis?
I don't know. What in the original makes this happen?
I don't remember.
Was it something
I-
stupid like
I
the
should
Aurora
have-
Borealis?
I should have rewatched it to see if it was the Northern Lights that like.
wasn't he on a bridge and he was
Yeah, I
gonna,
remember the
like,
bridge.
kill himself?
He was gonna
or
kill
something?
himself.
Because he
He didn't.
wished he wasn't born or
Yeah.
something, or he wished he was dead. Then Clarence comes down.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. It's kind of vague, magic-y shit.
I can't remember. It's
Yeah, I
been
really
2
don't
years.
remember the original. I should have rewatched the original after this one, just to, you know, for this comparison reason. But I didn't, and so here we are, being like, ooh.
Well, fuck that old movie. I ain't watching that old shit. Anyway,
So I think I'm kind of on the same.
Okay.
Where are you at, Dave? What's your rating?
I'm going to go with a 6 also.
6
Oh,
from
damn.
Dave.
wow, you guys liked it less than I did. I'm
Yeah,
surprised.
it wasn't. It wasn't like.
It was just those goofy little flaws that really brought it down. Like the whole concept, like I said, of the whole zombification of these people.
Yep.
And basically, she's the only one that knows about it. And then they seem to really
Oh, there was another part that I was.
push. They really pushed a lot of like homosexuality in a weird way. Like
Did they?
kind of the dude thing.
I
I
don't.
guess there's gay characters in it. Yeah,
But it was really like obtusely done. I just it didn't fit. I mean, I have no problems with, you know, a gay character of any sort,
Yep.
but it was really like kind of forced at that moment.
What guys were
And
gay?
then the same.
There's the brother,
the brother
Brother?
and one
Okay.
of the.
and then the aunt is. Gay
That's
as well,
fine.
right?
That
Yeah.
that one was the only one that wasn't like shoved down your throat.
I
And then
didn't
the same
like.
thing with the main girl and Weirdo.
Yeah, I didn't like the ending. I think I wish I would have done that differently.
Yeah, where all of a sudden
Really?
she knew about it.
Yeah, I wish she didn't know about it, and then like,
They had to become friends.
yeah, like they had to like reunite themselves. Then they could get married and whatever and do whatever. But like, I didn't like that she remembered the other universe. I don't think that should have happened.
Yeah, I did like that they turned out to be gay, and it wasn't like a giant thing throughout the movie. It was sort of like they were friends. They weren't like,
Yeah.
you know, lusty for each other or whatever. It was kind of a subtle.
Yeah,
liked
and
that.
that's fine. That was all fine. I just didn't like that she remembered
I
the
didn't
other
like that.
the other.
I didn't like it either, because why would that happen?
It shouldn't, and that's another thing that annoyed me about this movie is I don't like when they try to do multiverses, and I don't like when they try to do like time jumping shit.
Okay.
Like
It depends. It can be done right.
it
What do you-
can,
Like
and there are movies.
Predestination.
That was the first thing that popped in my head, and they
That's-
did that perfect.
They did that pretty well. It's a weird movie, but for
But
anybody that
it's
hasn't
such a
seen
hard thing
What
to
is
pull off.
Predestination?
That I cannot tell you anything about it. You need to
Eth-
watch it.
Ethan Hawke.
Oh, it's a movie. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a movie.
I
I
think
own it.
we've
It's
talked
on.
about
It's
this.
on Vudu. So if you, it's kind of a mind screw.
It's
Okay.
it's very interesting, and you should definitely watch it.
Okay. I might do that.
I remember Dave was super excited.
of the confusion.
Yep, he was like, "I bet you'll never guess," and I did eventually guess it. But probably halfway through, I figured it
About
out.
3/4 of the movie
Okay.
ish, somewhere
Okay.
in there. It was just past the half point, almost 3/4, and
And
that's-
then he was like, "God damn it!"
Nice.
But I think you guys just said the most ridiculous.
We
shit
yeah,
you
we
could
went
think of.
as far off as we possibly could. We just started naming as crazy as we could go.
So, what do you guys know about parallel universes? Do you believe in them?
Oh, absolutely.
You do?
I don't
Oh,
know.
absolutely.
I don't fucking believe in them. Get the fuck out of here. You're telling me that there's infinite universes. right?
Absolutely.
Okay. So you're fucking telling me that there's a universe where everything happened exactly as it is up till now, except there's a universe where I pour a Mountain Dew over my head?
Yeah. There's a universe where you are Mountain Dew.
But
See, I don't know. I'm neutral on.
Get
I
the
think
fuck
that
outta
gets a
here,
little ridiculous,
yeah.
but a lot of the weird podcast stuff that I was listening to, they kind of explain it on the lines of like the Mandela effect type deal.
Yeah.
Where like you slip into, because of like the whole CERN thing, we slipped into like a different dimension, like a different
Timeline.
timeline in a sense, and that's why, so
Like,
something
we
like
shifted.
that I kind of get. I'm still neutral on the whole thing. I don't know whether that could, I don't know. But I'm not going to doubt the fact.
Okay.
So does this movie bother you because it's a different timeline?
But
No.
I'm not going to say that in a different timeline you are Mountain Dew. See, that's getting a little goofy.
Yeah,
to
I
me.
was going Rick and Morty with it,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't like that because it's absurd. I can't be a cockroach and a monkey and a Mountain Dew can and a sticker.
No, but I
just
think in a different, like a parallel universe, you would be the same as you, but you made different choices, so you going down a different path.
I can see
Now, something
that.
like that.
Yes.
That's what.
and
I
that's
could
what
buy.
this movie is about.
Yeah. That,
If she didn't exist, this is what the world would be like.
which is crazy because it's wildly different. Do you think it would really be like that?
Well, it's same concept as the butterfly effect.
Yeah.
One thing happens, and
It could,
a lot of
because-
it's with like time travel. They talk about that if you go back in the past, you could completely destroy the future just by doing one tiny little thing.
Can you give me an example, Dave, of something that changed your life? Can you recollect something in your past that, like, if it had gone differently, you'd be down a different path? or
4-wheeler
something?
on your head.
No, not necessarily.
Could have crushed your head.
Well, it did.
Like
The helmet
to
was a
death.
sponge.
To death. You could have been dead.
Well, apparently I have a hard head, so
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm just saying these are
I
things
can't
that
really think of anything for me that if that something happened that would completely change, like if it happened differently.
I can think of some things.
Nothing major though.
You can think it's
I can think of some things for Dave that would change the course of his life.
Well, should we get into that or should we just keep talking?
I
about
don't think I'm
parallel
going to
universes?
mention some of these things because they're more personal for him.
All right. So, what do you think? Do you like believe in? You say you believe in parallel universes?
Oh, yes.
All of
I
them.
think that it's very possible.
For real? Well,
Yes.
It's
For
very
real?
possible, or you totally actually believe it.
Yeah.
is.
I don't know if I 100% believe anything because I
Yeah.
have no fucking clue what is actually happening in this universe, in this world. If we're on a round earth, if we're on a flat earth, if there's a hollow earth.
I can
I
tell
don't know
you.
if there's 17 gods or just one. I don't know.
Oh, there is actually something crazy that I was listening to where they were talking about like some of the old like Greek or North, like mythology.
Yeah.
Like you take like Hercules, for example. So they were basing it off of different stuff coming from the Bible, like explaining, like the look of some of the angels and stuff like that, like,
yeah.
covered in eyes or, like stuff like that. And they were saying that it could be possible that a lot of these lesser gods, as you say, could have been like the Nephilim, born from, an angel that took a human form. So that could explain why, say, like Hercules or any of those could have actually existed. It was kind of a cool concept that they were talking about. I thought that was actually kind of neat that
Yeah.
maybe these people actually did exist in the past and were Nephilim.
But I also don't know
Just
if
a neat-
we're a computer simulation. I don't know if
Get out of here.
I don't
Bro,
know.
You are a
What
piece of dust
I-
spinning around on a goddamn rock inside of a universe. You are so insignificant. That's what this is. Life is about.
But there is a funny
That's what I'm
part
saying.
about
Opie.
that.
You
though.
don't know that.
That
You don't know
I do.
anything. The thing
I
is
do.
we don't know fucking anything until we're gone.
See, that's the thing. There's crazy arguments on both sides about like the whole flat Earth stuff and about how when you're looking over water, how come you can actually see like with a telescope hundreds of miles in one direction if the Earth were supposedly 24,000 or whatever miles in diameter or something like that. They talk about how the curve would actually not allow you to be able to see over the horizon. You would actually fall off the curve. You wouldn't be able to see hundreds of miles in one direction. But then, there's also
I've actually
proof on both
seen
sides.
flat earthers debunking that themselves.
Are you talking about when they were like they had the light thing,
Yeah.
and then they were like, well,
they
if
went into the
the Earth
distance,
is
yeah.
round and we're the curvature of the Earth, if I lift this up, they'll see it, and then they saw it
Yeah.
through like a cardboard hole.
Yeah.
There's a lot of wonky. That's the problem is some of the science stuff, but they debate on both sides, and both sides have very valid arguments. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's just it.
One of the biggest things is pictures of like the Earth from space. They don't have any supposedly legit. They're all computer generated. There is no actual real photos of Earth from space.
That's what I'm saying. Is
So
I
it's just
don't
weird stuff. Both
know.
you can't say yes. This is what it is. I don't
That's
know.
what I'm saying.
You
is
can.
I don't know. I don't know. That's where I'm at. I don't know.
That's fair. I do appreciate the I don't know because mostly people don't.
I'm
Yeah.
not.
They run
There's
away
a
I'm
lot
from
of
not
it.
other crazy stuff
100%.
like the moon. You only see that exact side of the moon ever. It doesn't rotate. And our gravity supposedly isn't strong enough to keep the moon in our orbit. So
I
why
do
is it
find
still
that
there?
one weird. I do
See,
find
stuff like
weird.
that. It's kind of, there's a
There's
whole
all sorts
bunch
of-
of crazy stuff.
There's all sorts of crazy shit.
Yeah.
It's weird.
So it kind of makes you go, I have no idea.
Yeah. So
But I can
Make
honestly
you
say,
go,
I don't give a flying hoo-ha whether it's flat or round.
that's what I'm saying.
Because
Is like
I love space. And if space doesn't actually exist like that, sucks, but I still like space.
Yeah.
I still like space movies. I like the whole
Yeah.
concept of the Holman transfer, where they go around, use the gravity to slingshot to come, go out. And I like that.
It's pretty
It's
cool.
fun.
It reminds me of watching you play Kerbal.
Yeah.
Kerbal.
It's
Purple
a
space program.
it's a
Fun game.
interesting, weird little aliens.
Cool.
Aliens could exist too, or they don't, or they're angels, or they're demons,
are
or they're
On the other side
sprites,
of the ice wall.
or goblins, or they're on the other side of the ice wall. Just saying, I don't know.
I don't
Anyway,
know what
there's something super funny I wanted to.
It's a flat Earth thing.
Okay.
About like the whole concept of Antarctica is actually an ice wall that goes all the way around.
Yeah.
And the reason why you're not allowed to go into Antarctica, like you will be shot down if you go too far into it. They will not allow you to go into it. So that brought up a bunch of weird, theories about that too.
I want to get back to this movie for a second because I want to tell a funny story about when I first started watching this.
Okay.
I watched the beginning of it, and then I paused it. And then I came out into the living room where Dave was watching something else. And I said, Dave, talk to me about volts and amps.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah, because there's
that's how she kills them.
I was wondering about that. I think the opening kill we're talking about is they hook up a battery to a human and it fries them.
Yeah. Because I had seen a thing where you can touch a battery's terminals with your bare hands and it's not going to do anything. But if you were to
at
take
the
metal
same-
and metal to metal
Yeah,
from
but at the
terminal
same
to
time,
terminal.
like I explained though
Yeah.
too, the way that works with the battery. Now, if you were to, like with the jumper cables, for example, across there, if you were to actually get beneath your skin, because your skin has an insane amount of resistance, if you were to like jab something into yourself and connect it to the battery, it very well could transfer through the fluids inside your body.
if you sliced into your hands.
I have never
and
tried it, and I don't plan to.
Yeah.
that maybe the wet fluid inside of you would conduct it.
Don't we have
Good.
electro shit going
We're all
on?
sorts of electricness, but
Yeah.
or are we?
Chemical
I
and
don't know.
Or
electrical.
are we just stuffed animals?
We're just dust.
We're
Just
imaginary.
dust in the wind.
We're just God's poop particles.
Yep. We're just
Did I ever
Or-
tell you my theory on
or aliens.
that the planet is just God's toilet and the land is the turds and the grass and trees are just bacteria and we're just living on that?
and we're just little bacterias
Yeah.
squirming around. Yeah.
Yeah.
We
And
could
he
be
just,
in a giant
he
fish
just-
bowl.
he just forgot to flush. Or we're on a turtle's back.
I don't know about that one.
I'm just
that was
saying.
kind of weird. I can't really buy into that one.
There's a lot. There's a lot out there. And who knows? Who the fuck knows? Anyway,
All right.
so I came out here and I'm like, Dave, teach me about volts and amps. And
Yeah.
then he went on a whole thing. And my favorite part was he didn't know why I was asking this, but I kind of talked about that and then asked other questions about other car stuff. And my whole goal, because I knew he hadn't seen the movie yet,
yeah.
was for him to watch the movie and go, that's why he fucking asked me about the goddamn battery.
Did it work?
No.
No.
No?
No, she tied it through a hoodie with jumper cables.
Yeah.
That
I did say,
It would hurt.
if you were to take
from the
jumper
pinch of the
cables,
jumper cables,
yeah,
that would hurt.
if
but it
the
wouldn't
clamps
fry 'em.
were tight enough to maybe puncture the skin, but it was through a shirt.
Yeah.
Now, if that thing had an insane amount of volts, like if it were tied to some kind of converter system, and it had
Is
a really high voltage,
a car battery DC?
yes,
Okay.
direct current.
Yeah. It wouldn't. It was a cartoony death. for
Yeah,
sure.
so right off the bat, I was like, ugh.
Like I said, if it was connected to something that had some kind of converter, like for example, if you were to go up there and touch the telephone line, the power line, and you weren't grounded, it more than likely nothing could happen.
Hmm.
But if you're grounded by something,
Yeah.
that's where the power will transfer through.
I see those videos of those birds that are up there and they just lean over and touch something and
Yes.
boom.
Yep. So they can land on the line, even if it were a bare line. But unless they ground to something, I mean, even wet
Yeah.
water,
Yeah.
that transfers power.
Yikes.
But no, jumper cables from a battery through a hoodie would absolutely not do that.
No, tasers barely work through hoodies, let alone fucking
Exactly.
jumper cables.
Yeah.
You
How much?
notice why a lot of those fancy, the ones that actually have the projectiles to them, that's why they work so well, because they penetrate the skin
Yeah.
and get underneath.
Yeah.
Because there's people that actually have extremely high resistance in their skin, and they can actually grab hold of wire that comes out of a like power socket. They can actually hang on to that, and it'll just barely tingle.
Oh, I've gotten zapped on the top of my head by an electric fence.
Yeah, that don't feel good either.
Holy fuck! It was.
Yeah.
I'll never forget the sound it made when the electric current hit
Snap.
my head.
Yep.
It was like a bonk.
Oh damn.
It's like a bonk, and because I was feeding the cows, and I had to reach across to turn on the faucet
Yeah.
on the other side of the fence, and like my head hit the fucking wire, and they're timed, so it's like zap, zap, zap. Well,
They pulse.
yeah. So all of a sudden, bonk. Oh my god, I lost vision.
I bet. It's right to
Oh,
your
yeah.
dome.
Yeah, right at the top of the head.
Fuck.
There's people that have done dumb stuff where they pee on them
Yeah.
just for the fun
Yeah.
of it. Can you imagine what that would suck?
Very
It
stupid.
reminds me of this stupid TikTok video where the guy's like, Pikachu lives in that fence, bro. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Oh man, it's a good one.
Jeez.
Yuck.
Pikachu.
Nope, they don't feel good.
Nice.
And it depends on the amperage of the system too.
Yeah. It reminds me of that, like you were saying, like, because there's a difference between volts, amperage, and ohms.
Yeah, ohms is just the resistance.
Right.
There's like a cartoon of
Or a really cool family.
like a guy squeezing a hose, and then like what were you saying? The size of the hose is the volts.
Kind of, yeah. That's a rudimentary way of putting it.
And then whatever's
The big-
flowing through is the amps.
Yep, pushing through.
And then the ohms is the pinching off of, or like squeezing off the hose,
Well,
creating the resistance.
Resisting it, yeah. Kind of. It's not a very good way of explaining it, but it's
Yeah. I mean, I'm
it's
just,
You
close.
suck.
I don't fucking know.
But it's close.
I'm not an electrician.
So that's our first kill. And
No, that's not the first kill.
No, but I guess you'd call it the opening when is it the opening?
Kind of, because I don't even remember the beginning of this fucking movie.
It's that dickhead Justin Long running around slashing people. And then Winnie,
Well, yeah, because they lay out the whole thing where he's like trying to buy Grandpa's house, and Grandpa says no, and
Yeah, he's a hungry landlord guy who wants to run the whole fucking town. And
Grandpa says no. And
yeah, so Grandpa's dead. And then Winnie ends up killing him, and then nobody gives a fuck. Like a year after,
And her
Move on.
dad is Joel McHale,
yeah,
which I like him as an actor. I like the actors in this movie.
yeah, they're all really good.
Do you like Joel McHale?
I don't remember him.
He was the dad.
Yeah, I just don't remember from anything else.
Oh.
I remember him from this, but
I'm very familiar with him from The Soup.
I'm very familiar with him from Community.
Yeah, Community is good in too. And I always want to watch that new one, Animal Control.
I watched some of it actually when I was house sitting for you.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I watched like a few episodes of it,
nice.
which it was okay. Like it didn't wow me or anything, but
Yeah, he's a busy guy. He's got a lot of credits. So yeah, Joel McHale's in it. He's the dad. Justin Long, Jane Widdop,
what?
Widdop, Widdop.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
That's Jane. That was the main girl.
Okay.
What is she known for? Jessica's Darling, It List, The Kicks, Yellow Jackets. Have you ever seen that?
No.
I swear I've heard of that.
Yellow Jackets?
Yeah, sounds familiar.
What's it about? The
You want-
cheerleaders? Is it?
You want to know what that's about? Me to look that up. Yellow Jackets. It's a TV series. Let's see.
I might have seen it on something.
A
I haven't
wildly-
watched it, but
A wildly talented high school girls soccer team become the unlucky
okay.
survivors of a plane crash deep in the Canadian wilderness.
is that on
Interesting.
Netflix or anything?
Yeah.
That's probably where I came across it. I haven't watched it, but I've seen it.
Amazon and Paramount Plus. So yeah, that would be.
So
What up?
she gets upset because nobody gives a shit that all her friends died, you know?
Yeah, I get it too. She gets like a tracksuit, and
And he gets a
He
truck.
And
gets
he
a
gets
truck.
no matter what the sibling scenario is, that's fucked up.
Yeah, it is. Also, end of the movie, they just forget that fucking happened.
Yeah. It sort of reminded me of I don't see two LeBarons here, Freddie.
Yeah.
It says number one son or whatever it said. So I get it, bro. And
Yeah,
then,
that would be pretty disheartening. I mean, that's kind of a shitty thing for a parent to do.
I'd be pissed. I'd be like, fuck you.
Yeah. And the kid's like, we can share it.
I mean, at that time,
No,
that
fuck
truck,
you.
I mean, you're probably looking at 50 grand ish.
Yeah.
I mean, could be more, could be less. I don't remember what truck exactly it was. I know it was a GMC, but
Yeah. It was
I mean, if it was
ridiculous,
a-
though.
big old diesel, I mean, then you're going upwards even more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so she goes off to swear to the Aurora Borealis that she
Doesn't want to be alive
doesn't want to
anymore.
be alive. And magically it just sort of happens. Nothing.
Yeah.
It's just
Well, she says it would something like it wouldn't have even mattered if I wasn't born.
yeah. And so
Nobody
it just
sees
happens.
me.
And then she wanders off and she runs into people and they were like, "Who the fuck are you?"
Yeah. Oh, and there's a murder happening at the time.
Yeah, because
She gets chased by the angel. Is that what they
Yeah.
call him?
yeah, the angel killer. What'd you guys think of the angel killer's outfit?
It was all right. I didn't hate it. I did for a long time. I was like, he's gonna murder people and not get any blood on him. What the fuck? And why would you choose white?
That's what I was thinking. This murderer is super good at doing the laundry because it's white. It's brand new white
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
You
He's
know,
got enough money, he just keeps buying more.
I do my own fucking laundry. I know those whites are hard to keep white. So,
Yeah. I ruined a sweatshirt.
right. I don't own white shirts anymore because
I don't even fucking believe you. It's like all you wear is white t-shirts.
white t-shirts, those ones are for work. That's what they're for. But like, if I want to have a nice shirt, it can't be white.
Yeah.
If it's going to be a graphic, it's got to be on something other than white.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and Justin Long or whoever is out there slashing away because Winnie never stopped her. The brother was murdered.
Yep, because she
So-
didn't stop him because she wasn't alive to stop him.
Yep, and so the parents are all fucked up about it.
So okay, here's the thing.
The mom is banging some random dude.
Yeah,
Here's the thing. I wanna mention this. If we're gonna go on the lines of like fate and how the world unfolds, right? Just because she doesn't exist doesn't mean that somebody else wouldn't have stopped him.
that's right. Like she's the only one in the universe that would ever be able to stop Justin Long from like running everything and murdering whoever the fuck in town.
Right? So that's a problem with when they do timeline shit.
And there's a little bit of the politician-y stuff because he puts his brother as the sheriff.
Well, yeah.
And that's how he starts to get away with it is because it's corruption.
Well, not just that, but his brother's an incompetent idiot.
Yeah. Right. But how much of that is intentional? How much is he just, he's like, I don't have to be good at this job.
And then at the end of the movie, he murders his brother for wanting another job.
No,
Yeah.
he wanted to transfer. He didn't want to deal with letting him get away with his crap anymore. He wanted
Right.
out.
Yep.
Yeah. So he had to get murdered?
Yeah.
As the mayor or
It's his
god of
judgment.
whatever town, he could have just said no.
And he just, that's true, right? And he had to do it in front of the whole town, which was fucked up.
And they just were just cool with it.
Yeah,
There were zombies.
they're all just zombies for whatever reason. They don't.
It doesn't make any sense, that part. That whole
No.
part of that movie doesn't make sense. The fact that when she does go back to her own timeline, the weirdo, whatever, what was her name?
Bernie.
Bernie. She
That's what it was.
just remembers everything? Dumb.
I didn't like that. It's
No, I didn't either.
inconsistent to the fucking.
I think she should have been
Why?
like, hey, Bernie, I'm sorry, and like treated her better or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
They didn't really establish how she treated her beforehand.
Right.
She was just
She
upset
was
with
okay.
her.
She was okay with her. She was just nice, and and
I know
her
she was
friends-
upset because she tattled about
Well, her
the
friends were the ones that were like, "Don't talk to that weirdo," and
yeah,
Yeah.
she smiled at her and was gonna go talk to her.
which is also dumb. But like, what are you gonna do? I don't know. I didn't like it. I didn't like how they pulled that off.
No,
They could have done better.
they could have. I kind of liked that, but I didn't at the same time. I didn't like. So, what did you guys think? Because eventually, Winnie gets around and kills the killer again. She convinces everybody and is like, "I'm from a parallel universe. I used to live here," and everybody believes her. And then she kills the killer, and wouldn't you know it, I called this one. It's not going to be Justin Long.
Well, yeah,
Of course not.
no.
He's going to have somebody else do this.
Look, I think we've seen too many horror movies to know when they linger too long on something or build up too much suspense. You're like, oh, that's definitely not going to be the same person.
Right. And they did for this one. They really drug it out. And I was like, in real life, you'd pull the fucking mask off. You're not going to like,
Oh, and that super
Draw it
long
out.
scene when he was passed out on the end of the bottom of the
And they're
staircase.
tiptoeing over the top. Of
Oh
her.
my God,
Yeah.
just get over it.
right. Totally. Drawn out. And then it's Joel McHale.
Yep.
And so she's like, oh, that's it. I can go look at the Aurora Borealis and go home. And she tries it. And I knew,
No, because she didn't kill the killer.
yeah, you got to go kill Justin
Yeah, even
Long.
though it was just like he hired him out, and but that doesn't change the beginning part.
Right.
Ugh.
He'll get some other schmo to fucking do his killing.
And if you're gonna be like, oh well, now she doesn't exist, maybe the dad doesn't work for him anymore, so that could change the whole fucking timeline. Why
Well, I
did
don't
it
know. That
just
didn't-
change
it
this
just-
section?
None of that made any sense to me because
Yeah.
the whole concept was he enjoyed the killing. So why would he hire somebody else to do it for him when that's
Yeah.
the whole reason is he enjoys it? I don't know. And just
One more thing I'd ask you about is like the fact that you know that it's in theory Justin Long is the killer or whoever.
Yeah.
I thought that took away a lot of the scary stuff for me. Not that
Yeah.
I don't find Justin Long scary, but it's just a dude.
Also, you just brought this up, and we followed up Terrifier 3 with this. That was a disappointment for some people. They're like,
this
we
is
went
lame
from
as fuck.
Terrifier 3 Gore Fest.
That's
I'd rather
fair.
watch this.
Who do you think
to-
would win? Justin Long
Oh,
or
God.
Art the Clown?
Art the fucking clown.
I'd hope Justin Long could pull it off.
I'd hoped it wouldn't be able.
No, he was useless.
Art would just pull out a gun. And yeah, he sucked.
But he can turn into a walrus.
He got killed by the same girl twice.
Yeah, he did. Sure did.
Easy squeezy.
Yep.
But is that fate?
Oh man.
Is that destiny? Was she meant to make the wish that she didn't be born so she could fix another timeline?
Maybe. Do you think you'd be that happy when you woke up in the morning?
No, but that's part of the whole
'Cause she
It's
was
a Wonderful Life
really-
of it.
I guess. So the budget I don't have. But
Ow.
Because it was like $5.
But
It's doing it again.
What?
I don't know, that weird crackle thing.
It's gonna happen.
I
Oof.
wonder if it has to do with that dog. Did he rub up against you when it was happening?
No.
Because I went to pet him and it gave me a static shock and I heard it in my phones.
No, it does it every once in a while. It's only usually in this ear. It's like a crackle.
I don't know what to tell you.
But it grossed worldwide 1.3 mil. So
Really?
I imagine.
I never even heard of this.
I'm surprised because this last year when it came out was the first time for me. It was like, oh my God, they're just like beating me over the head every year with Christmas horror. There's always like, oh, this is the new Christmas horror.
It's not going to be a tradition for you then?
No, I don't like it because I like the movies that I already watch on Christmas. So
Did
But
you
unfortunately, we've done, I think, just about all of them.
did you watch your rare exports?
no, we didn't this year.
Tisk
It
tisk.
was sad. It was a sad time. Let's see. I got one more thing here. Yeah, I guess other Christmas horror movies that I'd want to talk about because I thought this was a good standard movie for people. I recommend it for
I enjoyed it.
yeah,
It just, there was some idiocy to it.
yeah. Like I'd recommend it to people. You know, I didn't think it was terrible.
I kind of like don't know if you should have seen It's a Wonderful Life because they do make references
Yeah.
like the I'm your Clarence, you're not my Clarence, I'm your Clarence, or
I
whatever.
assumed that's what that was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't know. You probably like, what the fuck does that mean?
Yeah. And in the pantheon of Christmas horror movies, this might not be one of the better ones. Christmas and horror are kind of hand in glove.
Yeah,
So
There's something in the barn.
that's what I liked that one.
I like that one. It
Yeah.
was entertaining.
I mean, Gremlins is a Christmas movie. Black Christmas,
Die Hard.
Die Hard, Violent Night was one that came out the other year that was like the big thing. There's all those Krampus movies now.
Terrifier 3.
Terrifier 3 is they shoehorned it in there too. Yeah, other Christmas horror movies.
We went through a whole list last time, I think.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
how we kind of picked this one.
Yeah.
Because Opie said, well, this one was kind of big, a year or two ago. So we
Um,
thought, well, let's give it a shot. We haven't seen it yet.
So did you change your your vote on what you rank this one?
My score?
Yeah.
If anything, I would drop it.
Yeah, I was just going to say,
I want to drop mine.
the more we talk about the stupid little things in there,
Yeah.
the more it's...
I'd give it a 6.5. I watched critics and none of them had a lot to say about it. And I all day was kind of like, man, this is better than people are giving it. I recommend it to people and whatnot, but
It's about average.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like.
it's
So you're gonna go to 6?
yeah,
6.5?
6.5 I think is what it was.
Did you mark it?
Yep.
So, yeah.
I'm going 5. I'm gonna say this is middle of the fucking road.
All right.
I don't think it's the shittiest movie. I don't think it's a great movie. But it just is.
Yeah.
It's got its problems.
It wasn't boring.
No.
Yeah, I
It held
watched.
my
full of good
attention
actors.
enough.
I didn't have any reason to be like fuck this movie and shut it off. But I also wasn't like fuck yeah, I want everybody to see this. I don't know why I'm swearing so much. But
It's just the mood.
yeah. So yeah, I'm going straight 5. Right up the gut.
I think, I think I'm going down to 5 as well.
Damn.
Just middle of the road.
Just a standard movie. That's kind of my thing too. I don't know why I'm giving it a 6.5, but
I enjoyed, like I said, I enjoyed it.
I like Joel McHale. I like
There was just some dumb thing,
this is a
Oh.
good role for him because he plays the dickhead pretty well.
yeah. And there's hold on, I'm going to name an actress here. She's from Ginger Snaps. She's really good.
I've never seen that, but I've heard of it.
Catherine Isabelle, who was Gail Prescott, which was she was the aunt.
Okay.
And you'd probably recognize her, but Gail Prescott is like obviously an ode to Scream.
Okay.
Yeah. She's in Ginger Snaps. She's really, really good.
What? Do you guys have any ideas for the next one?
I do not. Are we moving off of Christmas?
It's no longer Christmas time, and I'm over Christmas. I'm done with it.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, we have.
See you fucking next year.
We still have Smile 2 we can fire off. So, I mean, there is that option.
Yeah.
We have. There's a couple other ones I was looking at too.
Okay.
But that one is in Voodoo, and we could pull the trigger on that at any time. So, do you have any suggestions? You haven't pulled one out in a while.
I agree 100% with you. And
Oh my God.
I only want to do this if we can do it our way, Dave. And that is all the Alien movies, but watch them.
Chronological order.
where it's
Chronologically, as in
not released
when they
date.
came out. As they came out.
No, that's
No.
stupid.
Alien.
I wanna watch
Aliens.
No, see
story.
that sucks because then it's like, oh, you're already seeing the aliens, and then all of a sudden, oh, we're going back in time. You were talking about how you fucking hate when they ding dong time back and forth and back and forth. That's exactly what that would do.
Yes.
Well, okay, that's different. I'm
No,
talking.
no. That's exactly the
I wanna
same
watch the
concept.
story.
No, I'm talking about
play
they're
out.
trying to fuck with time. They're trying to make a movie about time travel. That's different than
Watching something completely
when a movie
out of
comes
order.
out in 1970 fucking 2 or whenever it was, Alien, the first one,
Yeah.
right? And then you're gonna want me to start with like the graphics and the ability to like have CGI.
Does that really bother you?
Yeah, right.
Graphic
If
wise?
anything, the new movies are going to look shittier than
I would
the
rather
classics.
start and watch the progression of technology rather than pull some George Lucas bullshit where he goes back in time and then remasters everything and then adds stupid shit.
You don't have to remaster anything. I think I like the concept of starting
I'm just
with
picking
like
on Star Wars right now because
Prometheus
that's
or
what they
whatever,
did.
and then jumping to the next, and
yeah.
then at least we can see the progression of how they came to be, and then
It's
you watch
understand.
Alien.
See, here's the thing: is I'm
Would you
I mean-
read a book, chapter
'Cause
5, and
technically-
then jump to...
Technically,
'Cause
the
that's
way
the
we
way
would
the
have to
guy
do
wrote
it
it?
then is we would have to watch. I can't remember what the other one's called, but like Prometheus, then the other new one, and then we'd have to jump to Romulus because that is shortly after that happened. And then we go to Aliens, because if I remember right, Romulus actually happens just before the first Aliens movie.
Okay. Cool. I like that.
I liked Romulus. It was not bad.
to be fair, I've only seen the first 3 original movies, and I've not. I might have seen like Alien versus Predator and those.
So
2
there's
movies.
a lot of stuff in Romulus that kind of goes along with the shit that was happening from like Prometheus on. Like there's stuff that's gonna correlate with that.
Yeah,
Sort of. I can't say anything without giving it away.
that's fair.
Yeah.
See, I'm with you,
But
though.
you're
I
gonna
wanna
see
do
something pretty fucked up.
that. All right. All right. I ain't scared.
So are we gonna do like how many of these fucking movies are there? Like how?
A lot.
That's
This is
my
gonna be a
fear, is
whole
there's,
series.
15
I have
movies.
3 just on this, and what I'll do is I'll look.
I
and
have the
see-
box set for the originals.
Well, I'm going to see if I can get the entire series and buy that.
On Vudu.
Yep. That way, so we have everything in one shot, and then we'll fire them up in order.
All right.
Do we want to
can-
start with that, or do we want to wait till a certain time? Or
We can do it. I'm for it.
that's going to be
It's a marathon run.
that's a marathon. That's
Huh.
going to take us a couple months.
Well, oh fuck. Okay, so it looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
But let's not do anything that is linked to Predator. Let's leave that out.
What? Does it not fit into the chronological?
No, it does, but I think we should leave those out before the whole Predator thing. Let's just go with the Alien stuff first. So going like with Prometheus on, and then go through the basic Aliens like 1, 2, and 3, and that will be most of the actual Alien stuff. And then we can do like Predator, because we could start with just Predator and then we can build up Predator to that point, and then join the two together and do Alien versus Predator, and then Requiem, and
So we're dedicating this new year
it's gonna if we do
to aliens and predators.
that, it's gonna be a long one.
I'm
It's
for
gonna be
it.
like a 13-week process.
I'm for it.
Or what we could do, let's do 2 movies at a shot. For example,
I don't know about that.
well, because if we do it sort of like that, especially with the first 2, then we'll actually be able to talk about the, like, with Prometheus, and the other newer one, not the newest ones. They kind of link together. It's a continuation. You know what I mean? Like, think of it as
Yeah.
one big movie.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be like 6 hours long, but
Mostly they come at night. Mostly. That's from Aliens.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, it's that little kid.
It's a little girl.
I don't know. Let's not tackle the Alien movies yet. We have to have a very.
Yeah, I think we'll have to plan this out a little.
Yeah, because I don't know. We might have to do Predator movies, the Alien verse Predator movies.
Well, like I was saying, if we just do the basic Alien stuff, we just, start with like Prometheus and then work up to like Romulus and then go through the first like 3 main actual Alien movies, and then we can stop from there and decide if we're going to start Predator, because then we don't have to do anything with Predator, even though like there is Alien movies that contain that, but we can do just the basic just Alien, and then we can take a break, and then we can do just Predator, because there's a few of those,
Yeah.
and then we can jump into Alien versus Predator stuff, because that's going to be a couple weeks.
I know there's 2 for sure, right? There's like Alien versus Predator and then Requiem.
God, I think there might even be 3. I can't remember. It's been a long time since I've seen those.
Well, we could watch Smile 2 for now.
Let's just bang out Smile 2. Oh, that was a weird sentence.
Smile 2, you got the
I like
juice
that one.
now.
Yeah, he watched it already.
It's,
you?
it's better than the first one.
Really? Okay.
The
All right.
ending, I can't wait for you guys to see the ending.
Yeah, I do want to watch it.
It's
I'm very
actually-
skeptical of this movie.
I enjoyed it. It's actually kind of a mind fuck the way they did it.
All right.
It's kind of neat.
All right, let's do it. Smile 2.
Smile 2.
I'm probably going to rewatch the first one.
Really?
You don't really have to.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, you can, but, well, so there is going to be a couple small references to the first one in it, but you don't have to see the first one to go through this one. You won't know 100%. I mean, because they do a little more explaining of what this thing is, blah, 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 stuff like that.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Don't say too much.
No, I'm not. Just generalization.
Just generalizing. Stereotyping. All right. So that's it?
Yeah, let's
I'm excited for this one. It's a lot to talk about.
All right.
for Smile 2.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Maybe we'll have
Especially,
We didn't
like I
have
said, the ending.
Hmm.
It's just, yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. The ending is leaving it open.
Yeah,
Massively
zip,
for something
zip,
else.
zip it.
Done. All right.
It has
Well,
to.
Until next week, hopefully. Smile 2.
Smile 2.
Until then, bye-bye.
Bye.